now, the good, the bad, and the gossip with John, Jay, and Rich.
All right, let's do some GBG. It's everything entertainment. Kyle, what do you have?
It is a very happy time in Nikki Hilton's life. Paris's sister is engaged to her boyfriend, and a lot of people think that Paris, since she is the older of the two, may be a little jealous, but she is nothing but happy for her little sister. Interesting little tidbit of information. The Hilton heiress is engaged to James Rothschild, who happens to be the heir to a famous European banking family. So they're set for life. For life.
That's why you don't hear from her. She doesn't need to go out there and work.
I guess a source has revealed how he popped the question. They went out on a romantic anniversary trip over the weekend in Lake Como, Italy. It was very, very beautiful. He got down on one knee, so on and so forth. You can use your imagination from there. She said yes. So congratulations goes out to the couple. Now, you know Sofia Vergara actually recently broke off her engagement to that creepy guy and has now been dating that Joe Mangino.
God, that guy's so good looking. I just screen capped the picture of him with a shirt off. It's on my phone right now.
Right. And now
Really?
for the very first time, she's kind of opened up about the relationship. She sat down with Extra, and they asked her, like, if her mother approves of this new relationship.
I mean, what is there not to approve? It's, I'm just having a great time, and it's like a special time in my life, but I'm trying not to think too much about it. It's something very new, so we'll see what happens.
You look very happy.
Thank you.
She's staying on the positive note. Now, not to bring it down a little bit, but there is some bad to this good, bad, and gossip as well. Lifetime has actually announced the premiere of a made-for-TV movie called The Brittany Murphy Story. 5 years after she's passed away, her life and the rise and fall in Hollywood will be portrayed in a Lifetime movie. It will air Saturday night, September 6th, if you don't already have date night plans.
Wasn't there some talk of maybe some foul play with her husband and stuff?
Yeah,
With
but then he
Brittany
died.
Murphy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
And they both died. It was kind of a weird situation. So, like I said, September 6th is when you can watch that. And, of course, the big tabloid news, well, not really tabloid news, just the big news lately has been Robin Williams, who took his own life. And yesterday, the Marin County Sheriff's Department actually gave a press conference sort of explaining what happened the day that Robin passed away. And they said his wife went to bed. It was about 10:20. The night before he was found. They retired to separate bedrooms, and in the morning she had got up and left the house to run some errands. Robin Williams' personal assistant was actually in the house and was wondering, what was going on. How come Robin wasn't up yet? Decided to go knock on Robin's door, and when the door wouldn't open, she became suspicious. And I'll let the press conference take it away.
At that time, the personal assistant was able to gain access to Mr. Williams' bedroom and entered the bedroom to find Mr. William clothed in a seated position, unresponsive, with a belt secured around his neck, with the other end of the belt wedged between the closed closet door and the door frame. His right shoulder area was touching the door, with his body perpendicular to the door and slightly suspended.
A very gruesome scene is what they painted, and they also said there were superficial cuts on Robin's wrist. They wouldn't explain what types of cuts, how deep, how long, or anything like that, because the investigation is still ongoing. In the meantime, they say that his cause of death is preliminarily being said, obviously due to asphyxiation. So, we'll definitely keep you posted as things come out. They're doing toxicology reports, which they say will be released between 2 to 6 weeks. But they say pretty much everything was consistent with that being the reason he has passed away.
Just think how disturbed the personal assistant is now to walk in on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's terrible.
She definitely probably wants a raise now.
Okay.
John Jay.
Probably a little too soon for that one. So in the meantime, there is an interesting thing that's been being talked about because he brought so much joy to so many people. He was a comedian. He was, supposed to be very happy or whatever. But fellow comedian Chris Rock explains that, when he found out that Robin Williams was suffering from depression, he was getting treated for it, that wasn't necessarily a shock to him.
Comedians can be a sad bunch, and your job as a comedian is basically to notice everything. And the better the comedian, the more aware he or she is of the world around them. It can be not a happy place. Sometimes you can know too much. So no, I'm never shocked that a comedian's dealing with depression.
Yeah, that's interesting. It seems to kind of run deep, and depression is just no people say, well, how could he do that? He had a lot going for him. But depression doesn't notice that.
It's a disease.
Yeah, it gets to you. It's like saying, well, why would you catch a cold? You're doing great in life. Depression's not something that you choose or don't choose. It finds you. And poor Robin Williams must have had it really, really bad.
Yep. His wife and 3 children have all released personal statements, all very, very touching. And you can read them on our website right now, johnjanerich.com, keyword GBG.